Maybe it's no. Why does NBC Palm Springs do?
You're on. You're live.
No.
Yes, you are. You're just delayed. You're live. You're live. Talk.
Welcome, Joslyn Center. Welcome, Joslyn Center. That's the problem. That's the problem. Welcome, Joslyn Center Facebook Live fans. This is Jack Newby. Facebook Live fans. Sorry, Beverly, we're having technical problems. Sorry, Beverly, we're having technical problems. Sorry, Beverly, we're having technical problems. It won't hear me if the volume's down.
No, you just won't hear yourself.
Beverly, can you hear me?
Yes. Can you hear
Yes.
me?
You can hear me?
Yes.
You can't hear her because the volume's on.
Can you hear me?
Okay. Welcome, Joslyn Center Facebook Live fans. This is Jack Newby, Executive Director of the Joslyn Center. Sorry about those technical difficulties. We have a great interview this morning, but before we go into that, we're going to talk a little bit about what's happening here at the Joslyn Center over the next week. Coming up, we have our solar campaign. So we are raising funds for our solar system here at the Joslyn Center. We had over $8,000 a month electric bills during the summer. So that's a lot of money that could be going to programs and services. So if you want to find out about that, please call me directly at 760-340-3220, extension 106. Also, remember we have legal assistance for seniors age 60 and over, starting Wednesday, October 25th. You can call Inland County's Legal Services at 800-977-4257 to make that appointment. Also coming up on Thursday, October 26th is the Joslyn Center Health Expo presented by Desert Oasis Healthcare. We're providing free flu and COVID free flu vaccinations and COVID boosters. There are still some spaces available. So if you want to exhibit at the Health Expo, call Melanie at 760-340-3220, extension 102. And we're very happy that event is also sponsored by Eisenhower Health. Coming up on Tuesday, October 31st is the Joslyn Center Halloween Costume Contest. So dress up in your scariest costume and come down and win prizes. And we'll also have light snacks and refreshments. And then the following day, Dia de los Muertos, which is a celebration of the lives of your loved ones who have passed away. That is on November 1, 2023. And then a new thing starting, and it's something important because men don't get involved that much in activities as they get older. So we're starting the Joslyn Men's Club starting on November 2nd, 2023, and that will be every Thursday from 10 to noon. So that's some of the things that are happening here at the Joslyn Center. We want to welcome now Beverly Fitzgerald, who is our board president, and she will be speaking with us about a few things. Hi, Beverly, how are you this morning?
Good morning, Jack. Good morning, everybody. I'm Beverly Fitzgerald. I'm president of the Joslyn Center Board of Directors. I've been president for the past 2 years, but I've been a board director since 2014 in different capacities. I sit on the executive committee, finance committee, fund development committee, and anything else I need to do, I'm there, but really a big proponent of fundraising for Joslyn. Over the past few years, we've had a number of projects that we focused on, and I don't know if Jack mentioned it this morning, but our solar project is one of the big projects that we've been focusing on. And so that's a big push for our upcoming event on October 24th at the Galen. And that's going to be basically donations to our solar campaign. So if you're out there and if you're looking for something to do on Friday night, please join us at the Galen. Jack, did you want to say something else about that?
So this is our season opener. It's at the Artist Council at the Galen, which was formerly the branch of the Palm Springs Art Museum here in Palm Desert. They're having a juried art show, so you'll be able to enjoy that. It's on Tuesday, October 24th from 6 to 8 p.m. It's $125, and we'll also be featuring some of our own artists here at the Joslyn Center. We thought it was a great opportunity because we have some very talented artists. And as Beverly was saying, it raises funds for the Joslyn Center and also for our special solar project. Beverly, I wanted to ask you, you've been board president now for a year. You've been on the board since 2014. What motivated you to join the Joslyn Center?
Well, 2 years, Jack, as board president, just a slight
Well, a year and a half.
correction there. Well, what motivated me is okay, give or take. I've always volunteered, and starting from an early age, my family believed in, regardless of what you have, you volunteer. If you don't have the means to financially do it, then you volunteer your time to your community. And I've kind of taken up the motto that, this is my community. I want to better the community. I want to see people do better in the community. And seniors seem to be always the ones that are left behind. So when I had the opportunity to volunteer at Joslyn, it kind of fulfilled everything for me, because there's so many things that you can do here. I mean, there's so many things that you can volunteer for, you can donate money to, or give your time to the programs and services that we have. I come from, a background of real estate and public relations, along 25 years plus in public relations in Washington. I worked for President Bush, President Clinton. I worked on the Hill as a speechwriter. And then, we came back to California. And so I became president of the Board of Realtors. And that was some 3,000 realtors that I had the pleasure of representing here and at the state level. And through all of that, I mean, the one thing that stays consistent is volunteering your time, because I wasn't paid for any of that. So it's been a number of years of just volunteering in the community. And I would encourage anybody out there, if you're thinking about volunteering, come over to Joslyn, give it a try. I talked to a few people at the country club I belong to, and I was really surprised the other day when a young woman came over and told me, she said, I volunteer now at Joslyn. Just from talking to you and seeing what they do, she said, I'm so impressed. So I would say the same thing to people sitting out there. If you have time, please give it to Joslyn. And I don't know, anything else, Jack?
Well, before you and I started talking and we got through our little technical difficulties, I was talking a little bit about the programs and services at the Joslyn Center. And I know it was probably about a year or so ago that you had the opportunity to deliver meals to some of our Meals on Wheels recipients and got a chance to talk to them. Tell us a little bit about that and why you think that's an important program.
Well, it's kind of like I've told the board members, if you haven't done it, you should, because you have a totally different perspective once you've gone out and serviced those people in the community that need us the most. I didn't realize, things that we take for granted, like just having somebody to talk to every day, or picking up the phone and calling a friend, or having somebody call you and check in on you to see how you're doing. A lot of those people do not have that. And it's kind of heart-wrenching. Sometimes you walk in and you're the first person they see, or maybe the only person they're communicating with that day. And to spend time with them, I mean, you get to learn their pets' names. And as I said, we do offer not only meals, but we offer pet food also. So that was interesting. And then just having them say, now I don't have to split my meals, because now I get a full meal, twice a day or 3 times a day, whatever it is for them. But I think the biggest part is that they always say, I couldn't do this without Joslyn. And that really is impressive. So Meals on Wheels is another program that I would encourage people, to volunteer for that. Get out there, meet the people. And, Jack, I'll tell you this, I said, sometimes you think about all the selfish things you say and what you don't want and what you throw away, food wise. And here you have people who don't have food for lunch or anything unless Joslyn provides it for them. So it was emotional, but I think we do a really good job. I mean, we have Bob, Melanie, all the people at the center are fabulous. They know the people by name, they can call them. It's just, I think it's a wonderful program.
So that's why we're doing the event coming up on October 24th. And I think it's important to let people know, sometimes organizations become more oriented about their events as opposed to why they're doing them. And your story, I think, illustrates perfectly why the Joslyn Center needs to raise funds, why we need to put in that solar system, because we'd rather put that $8,000 a month that we spend in electricity toward our Meals on Wheels program rather than air conditioning. So although air conditioning is important, but I think that helps bring it home. And that's why I wanted to ask you about your personal experience, because I know that it was impactful. And that's why we're asking for funds. We're not asking for funds to live in luxury. We're asking for funds to deliver not only that meal every day to dozens of seniors each day, thousands each year, but also in presenting over 75 programs and activities each week. There's no place else that does that. So that's why dress up in your brightest colors as an artist palette. Join us on October 24th at the Artist Center at the Galen. Meet Beverly face to face, and she'll tell you why you need to open your wallet and your checkbook and swipe your credit card. So Beverly's probably one of our best board members at doing that. Anything else, Beverly?
Yeah, I would just say, it's not just Meals on Wheels. We have a fabulous staff that services, our seniors and our older adults here in the Valley. And we couldn't function without them. So the things that we do, coming out asking for donations for different things, that helps them give better services to the community. And one day, you may not think so now, but one day we will all be at that age where, you need somebody to pick up the phone and call you, or you need to have that interaction during the day with someone. So don't forget us.
Well, Beverly, I want to thank you for joining us. Again, our apologies. Zoom and Facebook kind of changed the way they interact, and we're still trying to figure it out. So we apologize for those technical difficulties at the beginning. Thank you for taking time out of your morning to join us on Interview Fridays. Have a great weekend. And to our listeners and viewers, thank you for joining us. And we will see you next week at the Joslyn Center Interview Fridays. Have a great weekend.
We'll see you at our event on the 24th.
Yes, we will see you at our event at the 24th. And for information about that, you can call 340-3220 and talk to Greg Murphy at extension 107, or if Greg's not in, Tom at extension 105. So thanks, have a great weekend, and we will see you on the 24th. Thank you.